The night sky above the desolate Martian plain shimmered with 1,000 distant stars, but none were as mesmerizing as the ship hovering silently just beyond the horizon. I had spent years studying alien phenomena, but nothing could have prepared me for the moment she appeared, tall, graceful, and otherworldly, with eyes that seemed to pierce straight into my soul. "You came alone," she said, her voice both melodic and commanding. "You are not afraid?" I swallowed hard, unsure whether fear or fascination dominated my reaction. I'm curious. And yes, maybe a little afraid, I admitted. She tilted her head, studying me for a heartbeat that stretched into eternity. Then she extended a hand. "Curiosity is valuable. Fear is manageable. Come with me." I hesitated. This was it, the moment my life as I knew it would change forever. Then, driven by a mix of daring and curiosity, I stepped forward. Her hand was warm, yet not entirely human. As I touched it, a surge of energy ran through me, a subtle promise of knowledge and danger intertwined. The air around us rippled, and suddenly we were aboard her ship. The interior defied human engineering. Gravity shifted subtly underfoot as if the ship itself were alive, responsive to her presence. Lights pulsed in rhythmic patterns across translucent walls, and corridors curved impossibly, like liquid architecture frozen in time. "Where are we?" I whispered, trying to comprehend the surroundings. "This is my home," she replied simply. "Or what I call home. Your understanding of space is limited." I nodded, barely able to form words. Every instinct screamed caution, yet I felt a strange safety, a sense that she was guiding me, not threatening. "Follow me," she said, gliding ahead. "There is much to see, and even more to understand." As we moved through the corridors, I caught glimpses of alien technology one had only read about in speculative texts. Holographic panels displayed stellar maps of systems I had never heard of. Pods floated in containment fields, each containing specimens that seemed almost alive with intelligence. And yet, there was no chaos, only the quiet, orchestrated hum of a civilization far beyond Earth. "I brought you here for a reason," she said, finally pausing before a chamber bathed in blue light. "I've observed your kind for years. Humans are unpredictable, yet capable of extraordinary resilience. You may be the key to what I must do next." "What do you mean?" I asked, both awed and apprehensive. She gestured to the chamber. Within, an intricate device hovered, composed of translucent crystals and swirling energy threads. "This is a gateway," she explained. "It can connect worlds, minds, even realities. But it requires understanding and trust, especially trust in one another." I stared at the gateway, mesmerized. The threads of energy seemed almost sentient, responding subtly to her presence. "And what does that have to do with me?" "Everything," she said softly. "I cannot activate it alone. Your species possesses something unique, a resilience of spirit, a perspective that balances curiosity with creativity. You are the first human I have deemed ready." I felt a thrill of both honor and terror. The weight of the moment pressed on me. "So, if I agree, what happens?" She smiled faintly, a gesture that felt both intimate and alien. "We open the gateway together. But be warned, once crossed, there is no return to the ignorance of your previous life. Everything changes." My pulse quickened. This was no simple journey into space. This was a journey into the unknown itself. And yet, somehow, I felt ready. "I'll do it," I said. "I trust you." Her eyes softened. "Then place your hand upon the central crystal." I obeyed. A surge of warmth spread through my chest as the energy threads of the gateway began to react to our combined presence. Light cascaded around us, bathing the chamber in brilliant, shifting colors. The ship seemed to hum, vibrating gently as if awakening from a deep slumber. Suddenly, the threads of energy twisted violently, and a shadow flickered at the edge of my vision. What? The gateway tests those who touch it, she explained. It measures intention, fear, and strength of will. Do not let it sway you. I clenched my teeth and focused on the connection between us. The threads pulsed with a rhythm that matched my heartbeat. Slowly, the shadow receded and the energy stabilized, forming a perfect, translucent bridge that stretched into the void of the cosmos. We're ready, she said. Ready for what? I asked, heart hammering. To see what lies beyond the limits of your understanding, she replied. To witness realities you could never imagine. But first you must step forward. I took a deep breath, and together we moved across the bridge. The sensation was unlike anything I had ever experienced. Time seemed to stretch and fold around me. Colors and forms defied logic, and I glimpsed worlds filled with unimaginable landscapes and civilizations, each vibrating with life and knowledge. This is incredible, I breathed. Yes, she said, her eyes reflecting the infinite vistas. But the journey is only beginning. Humanity has potential, but it is squandered by fear, by indecision. You may show them another way. I realized then that her purpose was more than a personal mission. She had chosen me not for myself, but for what I represented, a bridge between human curiosity and alien insight. Suddenly, the energy bridge flickered violently. A surge of dark power raced through the corridor of visions. I stumbled, nearly losing balance. What's happening? The gateway resists the unready, she said, steadying me. You must maintain focus. Do not falter. I drew a deep breath, centering myself on her presence, on the trust that had been placed in me. Slowly, the bridge stabilized. The dark surges faded, replaced by the calm, endless expanse of stars, worlds, and possibilities. You've done it, she said softly. Together, we've opened the path. I looked at her, realizing the magnitude of what had just occurred. So, what now? Now, she replied, you choose. Return to the life you knew, or step fully into what lies ahead. The choice is yours. I hesitated for a moment, the pull of familiarity strong. Earth, my friends, my work, they were all behind me. But I could not deny the call of the unknown, the thrill of discovery, the chance to see and understand what no human had yet comprehended. I want to see it, I said. She smiled, reaching out her hand again. Then let us step forward together. As we crossed the threshold, the stars seemed to fold around us, and I felt an exhilarating sense of liberation. The universe was no longer distant, no longer bound by limitations. And as I looked at her, I realized that nothing would ever be the same again. Not for me, and perhaps not for humanity. The ship, the alien woman, the gateway, they had changed everything. For the first time, I understood that some encounters are not mere accidents. Some are invitations to evolve, to challenge every notion you held about life, existence, and the possibilities of the cosmos. And as the stars stretched into endless ribbons of light, I knew this journey would mark the beginning of something extraordinary for both of us, and maybe for the human race itself. The alien woman glanced at me, eyes bright with a mixture of hope and mischief. You never expected this, did you? I shook my head, laughter, and awe mingling together. No, I never did. And in that moment, I realized everything had changed, and nothing would ever be the same again.